another, I guess you could call it, discovery that I made. And you know how science says stuff like, you're the most productive in the morning. You're the most productive in the morning. All these studies and all these things they have are basically because the average person wakes up in the morning, not because it's because you wake up because it's first thing in the morning and that's when you're supposed to do certain things. No, the reason they say that is because the studies are on people that wake up in the morning. So they say you're the most productive in the morning. Well, that's wrong. You're the most productive when you wake up. It doesn't matter if it's a nap. If it's a good nap for 20 minutes and you wake up, you're most productive then for a short period of time until you have been up for a while. And then you take a good sleep. And to me, a night's sleep can be an hour and a half up to 3 hours. And sometimes, like on a rare day off, I sleep about 4. So, like, to me, that's a night's sleep. And when I wake up from that, that's when I'm the most productive. That's when I'm the most psyched and ready to go. And you know why that is? Because, say, from any example, you wake up and you're not on, and you haven't gone to work yet. You're getting ready for work. If you wake up and the first thing you think about is work, you're already in your ego, and bam, you're sucked out. But if you're just sort of doing your thing, doodly-doodly-doo, the things you like at first in the morning, going through your morning routine, sometimes without thinking about the restrictions and the requirements, you don't really get sucked into that, so you're more productive to do what you want to do. And then you go to work and you don't have time to do what you want to do. You might keep it in the back of your mind, but they'll be like, focus on here, keep work at home. They teach you all that stuff as a kid to, pay attention to what you're doing and be part of your job and be part of the people. And never to work on you. It's a mistake. It's not like they do it on, like some people did it on purpose, some people didn't do it on purpose. And we just have to accept that we made that mistake. And people don't like admitting they're wrong, and that's okay. The whole thing with the elderly and the older people is they followed that structure for so long, they don't even really agree with it, but they don't know how to admit they're wrong. How do you tell somebody they're wrong when the whole way of life they've known up till now has been sort of, not true, not wrong? We don't want to say wrong because it's just incorrect. They're just following along with rules that they don't agree with. Like, have you had the say? Did anyone give you the right? The people of the state? Who are the people of the state? Did they ask you and me? I mean, I live in a state, supposedly, and I don't have the say of any sort, and they say I have the say when I get the chance to vote, and I vote for who? Maybe a couple people, or 2, 3, a handful of people that are representing what this idea of a country that we name this land. I mean, this stuff is so far fetched and so stupid when you think about it. It's not stupid to put down the people that represent it because we're all just playing our roles. You have to realize that you take off all those things. You weren't even a human being until you were 3 years old because you didn't know what that meant. You may have been a human being to other people, but that's because those other people were told you were a human being. And they don't really even understand. Yes, they're classifications. That's what they are. Words are just classifications. And they can be tools. They can be, they can be weapons. They can be all kinds of things, But words are just ways of representing things. Everything is a tool. Fear can be a tool. If you use your fear to avoid something that would have harmed you really in the physical nature, why wouldn't you? You don't really fear being hurt by something, but the idea of fear until you understood it to be like, I'll avoid that. No, not because I fear it, because I don't want to, I'm not going to cause myself damage on purpose, but it's not fear. But before you had that, you had fear to have it happen to you so that you were like, oh, I don't want to do that again. That was a tool for you. You just don't really understand that. Pity was a tool until you understood that you can show compassion without pity. Like all those things are tools. If you once you get past them, you realize what they were. And even like when I go back and I say like the older generations, like it's not that we don't love them because we love them. We just don't agree with the way they grew up. And they don't even agree with it anymore. They're just holding on to it because it's all they can really remember because they're trying to remember. But they don't know what they're trying to remember. We're trying to go back to the one, and that's what we're doing. And they'll pass away, unfortunately for them, and everyone that loves them and holds on to them as the person they are now because we're all this one person. It's not that I'm saying nobody's significant because we all are. Just take care of yourself, and it's on you. It's all on you at this point. I mean, if you need help, I'm here to help. But I can tell you what to do, and then it's on you. I can tell you what to try, what to suggest. I mean, each person is going to be different. Each person will have a thing, but I can give anybody a recommendation. Not like I really do believe I can heal anybody of any disease. And because I believe it, if you believe it too, it's going to happen for you. I'm telling you, that's really how it works. And not only because it's just that easy to say words, it's because I truly believe that instilled in my body and soul. I've embodied that whole being. I've embodied that. It's me now. God is me. Like just like God is you, but I'm proud enough to say it and know it. Because you will too someday, maybe not as this person you are because it's all you think you are. It's all what you think. Just like I was saying before, if something's only bad if you think it's bad. Like, it's bad if it rains. Well, not really. Not if you need water. It's bad if it's, there's things you can think really dark and be like, getting stabbed is bad. I'm like, yeah, but unless you're saving somebody, or if it's an accident or whatever, then it's just an accident, or then it just is. Then it's protection. Then it's whatever. Everything is circumstantial. Everything. So don't take everything personally. You can take things personally as a tool to learn and as a tool to keep yourself and your body safe and harmonious. That's okay. You have to. You don't want to just be ignorant and just walk off a mountain because you're like, I don't care. I love the mountain and I love air, so maybe I'll float. You don't want to just be asinine. But at the same time, you know, just be loving and be accepting. We're going through a lot of changes, and it's okay. It's okay. Love the elderly, and you don't have to love somebody's ideals, but you love them. They don't love our ideals, but love us. And we're all one anyway, so there is no them and us. These are just words to explain. And like the younger generations, love them too. Who cares if they, do all these outrageous things that you guys wish you could have done when you were older, and some of us are doing now at our age now too. It doesn't matter. We're all the same age. It's all endless. It's all just timeless and just beautiful now. But we have to keep track. We're doing all this stuff. So anyway, till next time, guys. Peace out.